welcome back to Ep.2 of Python. And today I'm going to be showing you some basic code. So why don't we start going into it? So the basic code is like printing variables, doing math and printing, and like types of variables like boolean, integer, stuff like that. Okay, strings, yeah. Now I'm going to show you. So first of all, in here you click add new file. I'm going to name it Python2, and remember to do .py, which means Python, or else you won't be able to. You will be able to do the code, but it's not going to be Python. So once you do that, click enter. Okay, you can resolve this back and open up the terminal. New terminal. Okay, right here. Nice. Now what we do is I'm going to start with the basic stuff first. So we already did commenting, right? Yeah. Okay, we did. So today, right now, we're going to be looking at printing numbers. So not only can you print words and numbers, but you can also print letters and strings. So let me just show you. Print this, and then instead of just a string and letters, we could do -1 or -1 or 0, or we could even do 1 normal like that. So yeah, we could do that, and let's click play. -1, 0, and 1. There. Nice. So now we're gonna do some really quick math. Okay. So pretend you want to do some calculations, and you're tired and you don't want to calculate. Like pretend 150 plus 150. You wouldn't have to come and calculate that. What's 150 and 150? Oh, 300, and then you have to do it. This one automatically does it for you. The Visual Studio will just translate all this into 300. Okay, so watch. 300 right there. See that? So you won't have to come back to calculate stuff. Now that's simple maths first, and you can even print booleans, which means true or false. So let's see. How about we do something like this? Okay, and then we print true, like that. Remember, it needs to be capitalized for boolean. If you don't capitalize it, it's not gonna work, okay? So remember to capitalize it. And now once you play, as you can see, 300, and it's true. So yeah, that's it for the simple stuff. Moving on to tabbing and new space. So not only can you type like this and you would have to go to the next line. It's kind of annoying, right? Don't you think? So instead of doing that, what you could do is this, and then for new tab, you click \, then you do T for tab. After that, you can type whatever you want, like false pretend. Oops, you can't do that. I don't think you can put \T. Does that work? Pretty sure it will. Yeah, okay, there. For that backspace, there's a slash. And now let's pretend, let's add a number. So 500. Syntax error, unexpected continuation. Oh, wait, let me just try something else. I'm not that advanced either, so we're basically on the same level. I'm just learning from my tutorials, and I'm going to share them with you. So we're learning as we're going, okay? So let's do a number instead. So 500 and 100. Does that work? Let's try it. No. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. What you need to do, I totally forgot this step. You have to put quotation marks in here, then it'll work. Oh, see? Like that. Oh. Learning as we're going. Okay. After that, I think we could do false and true now, since we know when you put quotation marks. Wait, what does true and false being Boolean work in quotation marks? That's a question. So I'm still a beginner, I might not know. As we go along, I think we will figure it out. Let's just try it first. Quotation mark, true, backslash n. This is for new tab, do backslash n, false. It shouldn't have any errors, but it's not a Boolean, instead it's a text. So I'm not sure if you can do it like that. You can do it like as a text, but you can't do it as a Boolean. Ah, nice. Okay, moving on to, so now you both learned, you all learned that slash n equals, backslash n, backslash n equals to new line, and backslash t equals to new tab. Okay, here, and that's the comment sign, remember? Nice. Moving on, and this one is going to get a little bit more complicated. So what I'm looking at is, variables. Let me just show you what variables are first. Variables is like, pretend a box that you can name, and you can put numbers, strings, letters, whatever into it, and it'll keep that for you, and you can pull it out whenever you want. That's a variable, okay? Now a variable is like this. How you activate a variable is, pretend you want to name it, what should we name it? Bob, okay? Bob, and then put a equal sign. Bob equals to 1, okay, pretend. Now, if we were to print Bob, do you think that it would be Bob or 1? 1, right? So, print Bob. Now, for printing a variable, you won't need a quotation, because quotations are only for text, and this one is not a text. So yeah, if you print Bob, it should be 1. Let's see. Let's clear this first. Let's comment out this. Boom, bam, bam. Whoops, wrong. Okay. Wait, 1 sec. Oh, you can't do that. You could do that with C language, so I thought you could do it with Python. Oops. Let's just comment out this so our terminal won't get in the way. Right there. Okay, nice. So now that we have only these 2 things, let's just clear the terminal. Okay. What? Oh no, I cleared it already, and then I cleared it again, which means I deleted it. Okay, it's fine. We're coming back, and now let's press play. 1, as you can see, if you want it to say Bob equals to 1, which is kind of difficult because Bob is now turning to a string. Okay, forget about variables for a sec. If you want to combine a string with an integer, it's kind of complicated because they're not compatible with each other. Let's try it. So here is a string, right? Now we do add, which means to connect each other. Add 1, okay? It's going to say syntax error right here. Can only concatenate string, not integer. So what we need to do is we need to turn this into str right in front of the 1. We turn into str. Boom. Nope. Oh, okay. What you need to do is turn this into a variable. So let's just delete Bob for a sec. Okay. str and then something like this, Bob. There we go. And now it should work since Bob equals to 1. Bob plus string Bob, which is 1, will equal to Bob1. Yes, there we go. Good. Okay. Now let's just try it without the string. Okay. This is without the string. Syntax error. Okay. Good. So we need to have string in front of it and 2 parentheses for Bob, which means that Bob is a variable. So that's how you put a variable combined with an integer. So this is the variable, that's the string combined together, and Bob1. If you don't have the string, it won't work. Or you could just put str, it just depends on you. Str string is the same thing. Okay, next one is naming functions. Naming functions is very important. This one I'm going to explain to you. So, there are 3 rules of naming. 1, you cannot use a special letter for a variable, such as dollar signs, ampersand, at, stuff like that. You can't do that. Instead, the only thing you can use in front of your variable name is the underscore, like that. Then you could type in. But if you put, for example, dollar sign equals to 10, okay, pretend, and then you print dollar sign, you think it'll work? No, right? Because as you know, this, you can't do it because you can't start with an unusual letter. However, if we name it underscore, like this, you think it will be able? Yes. Because, no, you need a letter behind it. I'm sorry. You need a letter behind this, so like 1 there. And still not. Experiencing some technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, moving back to the dollar sign. So what happens is that the dollar sign doesn't work, but I'm surprised that the underscore doesn't work either. Except for the underscore. I wrote that when I was learning, so this is my little learning pad that I keep by so I wouldn't lose any information. Oh, I get it. Okay, so not only can you not use an underscore like alone, you have to have, wait, crucial moment. What if we do underscore? Boom, boom, bam. It works. Okay, guys, I just realized something. If you put the variable underneath the print, they won't know what this is. So you would need to put this in front. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, now we're just going to try out the dollar sign again. Okay. So now that shouldn't work because, yep, the dollar sign isn't is an unusual letter, so it doesn't work. Moving on to the second rule. The second rule is that if there are some keywords that you can't use, like DEF, you can't use that. Okay, let's pretend DEF. You cannot use that at all because it's a keyword of Python, and if you use it, like, you won't be able to. Like, it does that, and it's not, it's not what we want. We only want 10, and it's invalid too. So yeah, you can use def, and there's some more keywords. You can search it up in the internet, like Python keywords, and you'll find a lot. And then that's the words you can't use for your variable name. Now, third rule is case sensitive. Case sensitive meaning that your uppercase and lowercase are really important. So your uppercase, like pretend if you name your variable like name, wait, wrong place. Oops, name, something like that. And then in here, you put name. It won't work. Name is not defined. See? If, however, you change this to name, lowercase, then it'll print 10 normally. So yeah, it's also really case sensitive. Remember to check your variable names. If you're going to put capitalized, remember it's capitalized, okay? Okay. Moving on to the last one. This one is to add a variable with a float, okay? Last time it was a variable with a string, right? Now this time it was a variable with a float. So let me just show you how to do that. First of all, let's set Bob right here to a float. Float meaning that it's a decimal. An integer is a whole number, a float is a decimal, okay? So a float can hold both whole numbers and decimals, but it just requires a little bit more like space, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, float is decimals and integers is whole numbers. Just don't get mixed up, okay? So now let's set Bob to a float. 1.9, pretend. Let's do some easy equations. Set name right here to 2. Okay. One sec. Okay. Oh, okay. So what you do is when you print it, you print something like this. So we're gonna make it to 21.9, I'm pretty sure. So, wait, we do something like name plus float, and then parentheses Bob, and then it will automatically calculate, right? Yes, 3.9. So it adds it up. I'm wrong. 21.9. I'm bad at math, or I'm just wrong. Okay, so something like that. 3.9. But we don't want that. Instead, we want like some like connecting it together. Okay, so this is not a string plus a float, but it's just a variable plus float. So let's try string plus float, but the variable is a string. So 2 is now a text. Now it's going to be 21.9. Okay, since name is now a string, not float. Okay. So what happened was that name was a variable, right? But we used it as a text. So instead of that, why don't we just do 2? Does that work? You can only do that for float to string. Print, nope. So I guess that we can't do this. I'm just going to show you some equations. This is going to be some maths, okay? So I'm going to show you maths. Let me just delete all this. Okay, so the math is quite simple. It's not that hard. Okay, so some x plus y, some algebra, okay? So pretend, let's say, we're going to set a variable x equals to 10, y equals to 9, okay? And then we're going to say, what about it? Z equals to x minus y. There. Okay, and then we're gonna print z like that. What do you think will happen? It's going to be 1, right? Okay, let's see. 1 right there. Now, what if we want to combine 1 with, let's say, 9.1? Okay, so we could take a step further and add the 1 with another thing. So we could go like, once they print that, we could do something like add in here z plus, this is a then, okay, a equals to 3.9. So it should be 4.9. Okay, so not okay, so float a there. Okay, let's try that. Boom. 4.9. Yay, I was correct. So that wraps it up for this lesson. I hope you found this helpful in the slightest bit. If not, well, I'm like sorry. So yeah, see you in the next episode of Python. See you next time.